I mean, being the only guy to defend the BMF belt, it's cool and all, you know, but it's just another record, you know. At the end of the day, I can't sit here, relax, and smell the roses. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep trucking, you know. Now I can be the only man to defend it twice. So at the end of the day, I got history in my mind. But you know, the end goal, defending this belt is cool and all, but the end goal is the undisputed title, you know. And I believe Charles Oliveira being a very worthy opponent, you know, he was the last one to fight for a title. He was an undisputed title holder at one point. With a win over Dustin, with a win over him, if I can go out there, do a BMF moment again and get my hand raised, maybe we get me one step closer to the undisputed title. Everybody always asks that question, you know, with the BMF title, is there a different way? It's a fight, man. It's just another fight, you know. Yeah, I think I'm a BMF in any fight I did, no title or not, you know, even in the undisputed title. So at the end of the day, no difference. I mean, you know, the opponents change for sure, but no difference at all. You know, we here. I've been in this game for a long time. I know what I gotta do. I know what Charles, the threats he has threats towards me. I know what he can do. So, you know, we just get ready. I mean, you know, the BMF belt to me personally represents just a bad mother sucker, you know. Blessed man forever. You know, only very few get to fight for this belt. You know, the belt was a laughing stock, I feel like, before, and then all of a sudden I got it. Everybody wants to fight for it now. So it's hilarious. It's fun to me. I mean, title, no title, like I said, I carry myself as a BMF to whatever fight it may be. So at the end of the day, having this title, you know, getting this, headlining pay-per-view cards, is awesome, you know, and I'm loving it. The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the name Charles Oliveira, you know, former champion, an animal, a killer. A lot of people talk about him in his jiu-jitsu, but he's putting guys down with his striking and then using his jiu-jitsu. So that guy's a dangerous man, you know. I got nothing but love and respect for him. But at the end of the day, March 7th, when those octagon doors close, he's just another guy. Oliveira's a killer, man. You know, that's all I can say. Everybody keep talking about jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu this, jiu-jitsu that. Go watch his tape back, bro. He's hurting guys on the feet, you know. He's hurting them with his boxing. He's hurting them with kicks, hurting them with knees, hurting them with elbows. He's hurting them in the clinch. The guy's a well-rounded fighter, you know. I think a lot of people look at him and call him a jiu-jitsu guy because of his finishes. Most of his finishes is with submissions, but that guy's hurting people on the feet, you know. He's ground and pounding people. So the dude is just a dangerous man, you know. And those kind of things, when I think about it, it brings a smile to my face, you know. These are the kind of people I want to beat. I want to beat the best guys in the world, and he's considered one of the best guys in the world right now. So, like I said, I'm on my way to an undisputed title, and he's just another man in the way. I mean, you know, against Charles Oliveira, you know, you gotta keep your mistakes to a minimum, to be honest. I mean, at anybody at this level, you need to keep your mistakes at a minimum. You know, it's we're dangerous people, especially when you get to these top 5 guys, man. They always find a way. How much times we see Hail Mary punches or Hail Mary submission out of nowhere? You know, this is the best guys in the world, and they're always in the fight. They're always going to keep on fighting. So you got to respect every aspect of the game, and I just can't wait. Like I've been saying, I can't wait to go out there, show the octagon, and show the world what I've been working on, man. We've been working on a lot, and I think you guys are going to be excited come March 7th. Is this matchup going to bring a different version of me? I mean, probably not, you know. I go out there, I do what I do, you know. My coach is probably going to kill me when they see this and hear me saying, you know, a BMF thing to do would probably do in this fight would be to submit a submission artist, you know, a guy who's known for submitting. So I'd be pretty BMF, but, you know, at the end of the day, never say never, you know. If your boy throws up some submissions here and then, I get one. Who's to say what happens? You know, that's a pretty BMF moment to go submit a submission artist. And camps really don't change, the opponents does, you know. And yeah, we gotta fine-tune stuff directed towards this opponent, you know, with Charles being a killer everywhere. You know, at this level, everybody's a killer everywhere, you know, but Charles has certain strengths that we gotta get ready for, of course, but it's nothing different, man. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I've been with the UFC for a very, very long time. I know ins and outs. I know what I gotta do, and I know what I need to execute to get it done in there. So I can't wait for March 7th so you guys can see the execution. In this fight, you know, What I say people want to know is my ground. I think so. You guys need to. A lot of people they sleep on my ground because I don't show it, you know. So maybe I get to show a little bit more ground here. Maybe not. At the end of the day, I'm just going in there trying to get my hand raised, you know, trying to get a BMF moment and put my name in the drawing hat to go get an undisputed title. So you might see something new, or you might see vintage Max Holloway, you know. At the end of the day, we're gonna find out come March 7th.